and the fire and the boom. Boom, baby, boom! Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the most, and every morning I am blessed to be alive, and you are too. And this is that reminder that we all need to remind ourselves that we're alive, we're blessed, and that we got no stress. Let's get this going real quick. Of course, as our child had to start winning. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom, baby. Boom. Here's what's happening. You have a default mode. And whether you know it or not, you've been running back to it. And whether you know it or not, it's probably a detriment to your health and your future. Each one of us has a baseline. Each one of us has a way of saying, yo, this makes me comfortable. This is where I feel at my normal. And because there's so much action going on, let me go inside. See, it turned out to me after I talked about it yesterday, bing, about Mercury retrograde and demons exist and watching it come out of people, right? I also wanted to talk about why they chose that mode. Why does that guy, as soon as he wants to fight or start some shit, he always tries to start a fight? Why is he so aggressive in front of his family and probably aggressive to the woman that he loves, supposedly calling that love? And that's when I started to think everybody has this default mode. Everybody has this mode that they run to feel normal, and usually it includes drugs and some form of an addiction to it. I was thinking, as I was reading the Mark Echo book, he was talking about how it felt like chocolate, his first time hitting chocolate, and how he wanted another piece immediately. It reminded me of Danny Bonaduce when they were breaking Bonaduce. No one talks about him anymore, but homeboy said as soon as he hit crack, he wanted another hit. And that's what we do. We all want another hit to feel normal. And I don't need my weed to feel normal. A lot of you guys watch my show. You can tell that sometimes I don't even roll weed while I'm talking. You know, the words are more important than the weed. And that's just what the pop pastor does, right? Is I get my mind right. Even without the weed, it's a thing that I don't need, but I appreciate to be in my day, kind of like you appreciate your coffee. But the moment that we have to run back to a default moment is the moment that we're not being brave. And that's something that I wanted to talk about, is being brave enough to shake off your old mood, shake off your old ways, and embrace something new, because you've already done you in your mood and the way you are for so long. Have you ever adapted? Have you ever overcome? Have you ever been able to switch your mood from the negative to the positive, and then you got Saints Addiction? This is why I do this show. I mean, like, there's a lot of people out there that just like, they're grumpy no matter what. You can even see some of my videos, like, everybody, hey, hi. And so most people, they want to show their ego. As soon as it was time for the show, they're like, yo, I'm here. Let me show off. And it's like, let me show you my best side and my brightest side, as long as there's a camera in front of me. And I was like, where was that before the camera was on? Where was that before you went live? Where was that before I went live, right? So the energy has to stay even. It has to stay matched and almost predictable, that you can be your behavior and your habits on a regular basis. And it's like, that's who you choose to be, right? So if you choose to be angry, now you're super mad, right? You put on the cape, now you're super mad. What if you decided to be super glad? What if you decided to be super grateful? What if you just decided to stop being a dick to everybody and being such a fucking wasteoid? And that's why we have to have these conversations, because there's so many people out there that they're not helping the situation. They're hurt, so they're going to try to hurt someone else. And it's sad because we see it inside of people. They're not happy. If you're happy, you would never fight somebody. If you're truly good with your mood and your inside compass, you won't point it at the wrong direction. You won't point at people sideways. It'll come out positively and in a good direction where everybody vibrates off around you. If you are seeing yourself trying to start fist fights or constantly arguing with people, or you're not happy, you're choosing that mood. You're literally going back to default mode just because you don't know better. And that sucks, dude. That's like saying what's the word? Ignorance is bliss. It's not bliss. It's actually detrimental. And then that's the whole thing. Is like you might live in a world where you think you're punking me on the dock, but you're really showing your kids and your wife that you're uneven and not safe to be around. And that was like an aha moment for me, that there's some people that choose that route, that's all they're going to do is just choose the negative route. They're going to show you who they really are and go to the dark side. And it could have been hot and it could have been alcohol, but this guy chose his mood. And I was just like, how many of us do that? Where we constantly, I'll even put my own mom in it, where my mom never switched her mood. I thought about this more, never said sorry for being bipolar. Where she swings from best friend to worst enemy. You don't get no apologies. I don't get no apologies from my parents being dicks. And if you're still holding your breath for your parents to do it too, fuck them too, bro. It's about you and your mood. And that's why something I keep trying to tell people. That's the thing you have control over. And that's the thing that we all tend to run back to the default and go, okay, let me do some exercise. No, I'm too scared. Let me go eat some fast food again. And what the one girl posted, and I felt her so hard, what she said, I lost weight and went to go to Taco Bell to celebrate. Yeah, I feels you, bitch. I'm like, yay, I lost weight. Let me go right back to the detrimental shit that I was supposed to be celebrating away from. That's me. That's me and my worst enemy. That's you being your worst enemy. That's all of us going back to our exes. That's all of us making mistakes over again that we already learned. That's all of us still shooting ourselves in the foot. And that's why we had to have this morning marijuana motivation, because it ain't right. It ain't right for us to not be able to switch. If we don't bend, we're gonna break. And just like the reed, and just like any type of plant or organism, it's gonna need space, love, and light, and some water to exist better and to flourish. And that's what I wanted us to flourish. If you're going to have the negativity inside you, and you're going to choose the dark path, and you're going to constantly be a downer, a Debbie Downer, frowning, you won't laugh at other people's jokes, your moods change, you're bipolar, you're fucking it up for the rest of us. There's a lot of us that are getting there to be our superhuman selves. You know, we're studying extra, we're working out, we are looking for real spiritualism in our lives. There's the other two that's can't wait to numb themselves. And I thought to myself, how interesting this is, that's when we stop noticing. That's when we stop noticing that we're losing the relationship with our kids. Case in point, that guy. That's when we stop noticing that we're harming others around us and ourselves. We're so numb that we don't even realize the damage that we're doing. We don't care because we're hurt inside, so let's just harm everyone around us. And I also too was a lot like that. I also too used to be that way. When I told my friend, man, I really fucked up. When you get extra petty or start counting favors, or I was just fucked up. I was hurt. So therefore, I was calling out some shit, and it really made me look like a dick. And now that I look back on it, I see why I said it. I know why I said it. I know while I was counting my super favors, but it's what's happening is I was being petty. And that bugs me. You know, that bugs me to see myself in such a dark light, you know, in such a dark area of my life where I was ripping myself apart. I was losing my business and splitting at the DNA. The girl that I loved didn't love me back. This whole thing was fucking up, and I was starting to go right down the toilet pipe, you know, right by the bound streaks. That was my fingers trying to claw myself not going down. And I know a lot of people feel me on that, because that's it, right? That's that shit pipe. That's that shit pipe from your boy, what is it? Shock Shake Redemption, bro. Where you're in it and you don't even realize it, but you'll do anything to get through it, right? To get past this shitty zone that we seem to keep holding on to and defaulting to. We can go up to the light and let the fresh rainwater wipe the shit away, rinse it off of you, and become a new version of you. Get a fresh breath of air, not to smell that shit no more, not to act like shit or be in shit. We can all shine. And that's what I really, really believe with Saints brand. It's like, that's what's coming out. A lot of Saints brand gear is coming out right now, tightening up the logo. And I'm coming out because I want people to shine. I want them to be happy. I don't want to have fist fights on federal land at the harbor. I don't want to have to talk people into being happy and good. I want them to just be solid, be awesome citizens, be creative, and be brilliant. And that's what all of us Saints can do. So on my heart from the start, your boy Marquis Saints Addiction. This is me. I reach, preach, and teach every morning. And if you got anything out of this, share, subscribe, give it to your friends. It's all about loving, liking, and sharing. And that's what our existence is, to make each other better. So somebody might be able to help you change your tire, and somebody might be able to help you with your computer. I'm here to help you with your soul. Hopefully you're enlightened. Hopefully you're brightened. And on my heart from the start, peace and love. And as always, chi gata. And that means goodbye, but not forever. And I will see you on the other side. Peace. Ciao.